Welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and this is NA 258, and we are working on importing assets into Unreal 4 Part 2. And here's my scene. So far, we don't have anything in it. We need to start set dressing everything, so we need to bring stuff in. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of, or just hide the first-person shooter. That's going to get in the way. It's already getting in the way. So let me get this, if I can get that selected. I'm just going to go into the outliner. That's hard to find, hard to get. So I'm going to select the first person shooter and turn it off, or just hide it. Alright, so this is the entrance. We got nice big areas in here that we can kind of manipulate and move around. Alright, what we're going to do is go to Content folder, and we're going to create a new folder. Right click over anywhere in the gray area and go to new folder, and we're going to call that assets. Alright, okay, double click on it. So there's my assets folder, and we're going to go ahead and import. This is easy as that. We're going to go into my sofa that we did in Maya. We got it all set up and prepped. What I want to say really quickly though is I forgot to put a texture on it. So what you want to do in Maya is to kind of go in there and go through all your stuff and make sure you add another texture, unless you have materials that have textures on them already. So if you know it's just a plain white material and there's no textures with it, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to combine everything together. You know, like if it's made out of small little pieces, combine everything together, delete by type history, freeze transformations, and then add a material. And I would just add a regular Maya Lambert material and just pop it on there, and again then send it out as an FBX. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna probably it's gonna take forever to load, and some of these objects from other places that free are going to have hundreds of materials, and it's going to take forever to load. So go ahead and click on that, open. I'm going to need a skeletal mesh because this is not a character with a rigging system. We want to convert the scene. We want to auto compute LODs, even though we don't have any, and then import materials and import textures. Go ahead and import. This will take a while, so I'm going to. Okay, we're back. We didn't have much trouble, and let's go ahead and drag and drop it. Now before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and double click on it so we can see what it looks like. And there we go. You can see that we are got our little couch here, or sofa, or whatever you want to call that thing. And go ahead and save that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close that, and go ahead and drag and drop that in here, and it should drag and drop just fine. I'm going to move it up and hit the end key. That pops it right down. And let's go ahead and rotate. There we go. So to rotate and to move, you can hit the space bar, and you can scale, make it smaller, make it bigger, whatever you feel like doing. And I'm just hitting the space bar, moving back and forth. Now you can see that we got the same icons up here. I'm just hitting the space bar and rotating through those. Okay. So just know that those are there. And we also have the world axes, or world coordinate systems. So that's basically it. So we got it in, and then you just need to start importing your objects in there and start set dressing. Now one thing I'm going to show you how to do really quick is to check out how the scale is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just go build geometry. Okay. And then I'm going to go in here, my player, there he is, right? And I'm going to go ahead and play. And you can see that my sofa's a little bit small, even though that's 7 feet by 36 inches wide, and I measured it, and that's kind of weird. So that happens, so I'm going to go ahead and scale that up just a bit, okay? And I'm scale it to 1.25, and that looks pretty good. I like that. So you always want to test, and you can feel free to scale things up a little bit. And from the top view, you can see that I can go in here and measure that if I want to. that scale of that. I'm gonna hit the F key, zoom in, and I can go ahead and measure by holding down the middle mouse button and measuring it if I need to. So that's 260. Okay, all right. So that's roughly 7 feet, and then I can measure this, and that's roughly 3 feet, 3.5 feet. All right, so let's go back. Alright, so we're done with this video, and then what you need to do is bring the rest of and import the rest of your assets into the scene, start set dressing, and then I'm going to show you how I want you to take pictures from the inside. That won't change too much, but we're going to focus on some areas that you would like to show off in the interior. So we're going to have 8 instead of just 4, and then the exterior we're going to go and do something different there, and I'll show you that in the next video in part 3. Alright, I'll see you then.